what's up, y'all? It's your boy Zigg the Artist. You're now tuned into the Music Lab Show. Today we got a special guest on the show today, Just Frenchie. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Just Frenchie, singer, songwriter, lyricist, dance instructor. It's a lot that I do, so that's funny as hell. I'm just happy to be here.
I appreciate you being here, taking the time out, coming out today to sit with us, and just wrap it up, and just promote yourself. And like I said, I checked out your music. I follow you, so like I see what you're doing. You're doing definitely big things. Love the songs. I wanted to get into the album 327. So what inspired the album? What inspired it to come out on March 27th? Just everything, because there's two dope tracks on there that we're gonna get into like the next question. Okay. But just let people know like what inspired this album.
Okay, so to be honest with you, I told you I'm spiritual. So it was like a crazy period of my life, like I want to say around last year, and it was just like a lot of trials that I was going through, and honestly, like a vision just came to me, like yo, it's about that time, to put out an album, a project, because I had tried before, but it just wasn't right, and I stopped and just started focusing on myself as a person. So I was like having the name came from me having a conversation with my dad, like in the kitchen, just talking to him, and I just randomly was like, yo, what time was I born? Just like Tim checking him. And he was like 3:27 in the morning. I was there, and I pulled it out. How parents get
especially the dads.
Yes, yes. So when he said it, it like clicked with me, and it just was like 3:27, 3:27. I'm already planning on working on a project, and I just was like, yo, I'm gonna name the project 327. Like this around this time, I just want to be transparent. With my music, it's not like just writing a song and just putting it on wax. It's like, no, these are personal things that I went through that could possibly help somebody.
Right.
So that's where the name came from. And then, like my birthday had passed, and I was going to January 8th, and I was going to release it then. But I just was like, let me just put a single out with a visual, and I did. And one of my homies that I work with is Joe. He was like, won't you, do a play on numbers, 327 on 327.
Yeah.
And I was like,
dope.
that's real smart. Just pushing the envelope with the 327. And then it just kind of, everything basically fell into place. When I made the decision to do the album, and, of course I asked for permission from God, of course, like, woke up to a scripture that said, do what you're doing as if you're serving the Lord, because I was about to stop for a minute, because things was going crazy. Everything lined up, and things went smooth, and I was just able to release it, and I got like a great response from it. So it's just more of an inspirational thing. That's
dope. Yeah. Definitely creative. I like that. Now, there's two songs on there, and they are your most popular songs on the album. Out of the two, it's Happy and Philly. Now, Happy, I love that song. I think I like it more than Philly, but Philly just brings, like, just being from the city, that brings everything together. But Happy, it's one of them type of songs that I feel as though like certain people need. When you're having a down day, it just had that, that jig vibe to it. So when you created that song, what was the process? Where was your headspace?
So when I did Happy, I actually shout out to Peso Beats, because he produced it. I co-produced it. Like we just got in the studio. I was like, I'm missing. This was actually one of the last songs that I did.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
so
crazy.
It was like, yo, something's missing from the project, and I think it's like an upbeat. So I went through, how you go through other artist songs and you just try to see what type of bop you kind of want, and like this, just the structure of an album. So I was like, I need an up-tempo, and the song that I wanted to follow after was it was a song called Faults, which was more so, it seems like it's more so relationship based, but it's more of a self-realization, and it was like a down time. So it was coming after that. And if you listen to the album, so you hear the interlude going into that. So
I definitely banged the interludes. Like that's different. Like not too many people do interludes anymore, so that was definitely dope.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was just supposed to be uplifting. So when me and Peso went through samples. We went to like one of his homies' rooms and was just looking through samples. And then we stumbled upon that one. I was like, yo, I like that joint. I was like, I think we can flip it. So we took it. He went and created the beat. Like, well, I just was like, yo, I need this type of hit. Give me this 808, So he just basically brought my vision to life, and then I just started writing. It was like, yo, what what was I thinking after Faults? I was down, I was in my room, and it's a real situation. Like, the phone call that happens, that was a real thing. Like, my friends called me, like, yo, what you doing? I know you not thinking about you about to stay in the house and be depressed. Like, you coming out the house now. So it's just my take on getting out from being in such a down state. And just having fun. Like, yo, right now I'm feeling blessed. Like, I'm alive, I'm here. Like, you know, just living life. And I just want to be happy. Everybody wants to be happy. Everybody wants to be happy.
That's what I got from it. Yeah, that's definitely what I got from it. That's the type of vibe. That's dope, though. I like artists that really take time and, you know, put the effort in the music, not just a lot of, like, now artists like, oh, I don't write, you know, I can just go in and freestyle. Like, I mean, that's cool
too, yeah.
But like the timing you put in like one track, it always shows. Which brings me to the next track, is the Philly track. Now, self-explanatory, I'm pretty sure I know exactly where you got the inspiration from, but tell me a little bit about that track.
Philly, shout out to my man Scoop, Let the Beat Rock.
That was the one that was on BT Jams too, right? You got that? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's the video. Okay.
BT Jams. I was hyped. That happened out of nowhere. BT Jams and BT Soul, so I was excited. People was calling me up like, yo, when people hit me up like, did you pay? How much did you pay? I'm like, no, that was a blessing. Like, somebody hit me up, and they put it on there. But it came from, once I heard the beat, I was like, yo, this joint is crazy. It's like it's like a statement song. So for me, like, once I got the beat and I got home, I just couldn't let it go. Like, I could have moved on to another song, but I just was like, dude, I gotta hone in on this one and finish it. So it just was like, yo, let me explain my story. Let me explain me. And what do I get asked the most? Are you from Philly? I get that all the time. Nobody thinks that I'm from here. I may run into like 2 people that may think that I'm from here, but majority of the time it's like, where you from? Like, you don't seem like you from here. You look like you from Cali. You look like you from New York. Like, I done got Texas, everything but Philly. You know, so I just was like, you know, most people, they don't understand anything outside. Like, no disrespect, but outside of like hood stuff. You gotta think about Philly. It's like majority hood. You know, we hood here, we gutter here. We look over our shoulder here.
Every time.
You know.
I know exactly where you're coming from.
So it's just like when you experience something different, it's just like, you happy as ever. Like, people been saying that to me, like, oh, like, why you so happy? I'm like,
that's a good thing.
I'm so happy. Like,
what?
You super nice. Like, where you from?
You can't be from Philly being this nice.
Yo, and they never think that how I dress anything. But it just was like a thing where like, yo, I gotta let people know that being different, like, you can still be from Philly and be different. Like, you can just be yourself, and me, I'm just being myself. You know, not saying that anyone isn't, because, you know, they possibly are being themselves. But I just wanted to give people my perspective on Philly and where I came up, and just letting people know that, you know, I'm from here too.
That's definitely understand, because I'm like this. I'm the same way. Because Philly has a certain stigma. Like, you gotta rap like this, you gotta look like this. But what people don't know that's outside of Philly, when you really get into the nitty gritty of Philly and the musician side and the musical aspect of it, it's so many different artists that has different avenues. Like you said, you don't even know like that person is from Philly because they carry themselves different from the stigma that's Philly like pushed. But yeah, that's definitely dope. So also, I just wanted to get into this too. I saw you did a panel. Now, like, just doing some research, I saw those like with Sneaker Villa and Puma, right?
Yeah, DTLR bought Villa.
Okay. I'm not. My fault.
I don't want nobody coming for me.
My fault. And
no, DTLR.
So, and it was for, I think it was Her Lifestyle. Alright. So what was that about? Like, so basically tell me about that. What was your experience with that?
It was a wonderful experience. Like, just being a woman, you know, it's a male-dominated industry, and just to have a voice, you know, and be able to speak from, you know, all the women that were up there, speaking from their perspective on what they've been through, their artistry, and what, you know, pushes them to be who they are and do the art that they do. You know, even Barbara, she owns Tasties. She was on the panel. Devin Milan, she's a stylist. Dom, she's an artist as well, and I'm not trying to forget anybody. I think that was just us, So, it just was basically giving us a voice and us being able to speak out. It spoke about mental health and you know how we do what we do and like basically our strength and why we do what we do, how we stay determined and stuff like that. So it just was us giving our lifestyle.
Alright, bet. Yeah, that's dope. Definitely bring positivity to everything. And so like what we do is like, so we focus on music, but then we ask like questions outside of music. But before we get to that, I saw you on the Q show. I always wanted to be on the Q show.
Oh, word.
Yeah,
you
man.
Get there?
Yeah. I mean, but tell me how that felt, because like performing for me is like the biggest thing as an artist. But you rock that drone. So tell me about that. Like, how is that the biggest stage you feel as though you performed on, or is it something like that you know?
I feel like being on live TV is just like, it's a different feeling. Like I thought I was gonna go up there and just be like super duper nervous. I get nervous for everything, to be honest with you. But it was like fun. And Quincy Harris, like he's a dope like individual. He made me feel super comfortable. So that made me like calm down. And then once the camera started rolling, it just was like, I'm in here now. Like they had the live band, you know, I'm sure you love live bands too. That makes the performance like 10 times better.
I always tell artists that, man.
Yeah.
A lot of artists like performing with a DJ. That's cool. But the feeling with a live band behind you is like a whole. It's a whole different aspect, like a whole different feeling, a whole different vibe.
It's like your song coming to life.
Yeah,
you know, so it's just
it's
like
so crazy.
That jolted energy just to be like, yo, I gotta kill this, and my band killing, so I gotta kill it.
And listeners actually like live music better. Because I did a survey of myself, like, you know, for myself, as far as like seeing like what's better. But a lot of people do like the live band better. Like you said, it brings the live music to it. But so we're gonna get into these questions. So let me see what I got. I'll be writing down a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm like, all right, I might ask this, might not.
Okay.
So let's see what we got. So if you could have dinner with any celebrity, dead or alive, who would it be?
Dead or alive, who would it be? Trying to think. I would have dinner with Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill? Ooh, I didn't even expect that. Is that your favorite artist?
That was one of, outside of Aaliyah, because I was about to say Aaliyah too.
You give me Aaliyah vibes.
Yeah, I love Aaliyah. Like, anybody that I feel like identifies with tools that I have, like, I just gravitate towards them. But outside of Aaliyah, Lauryn Hill was one of my biggest inspirations coming up, outside of Brandy too.
Okay.
Like, I like the lyricism and her singing. Like, her music was more so empowering. It was like, she was real honest with her music. You know, I feel like she was super transparent and raw. You know, so I identify with that. So I really like her a lot, and I would just like to, you know, just sit with her. Yeah, bust it up, talk to her.
I like that. Yeah, that's definitely, that caught me off guard. I was expecting, so I didn't know, like, a lot of people mention Lauryn Hill, but not a lot of people, like, say, like, oh, this is the person I would rather sit with.
Yeah,
she's definitely, especially off that one album alone, is just like, one album.
And she's still
that one album is just crazy.
Nobody saying about it.
Start
like,
to finish. Yeah.
I would just like to talk to her, pick her mind. She got a different understanding.
Right. So, let's see. What else we got? Alright. So, we in the social media era. And I was talking to friends. I always thought like MySpace, if it was ahead of its time. So, right now, if MySpace was still out, like how it was, but on phones, most likely, what would you pick, MySpace or Instagram?
I would pick MySpace just because, like, you really got to fully express yourself from changing your background. You know, you had your comments and stuff pop, and people just writing your page like, yo, what's up? You know, like, it was cool. Like, I just felt like it was more to it. And also now, MySpace is still out now, right? It's more so geared to music.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah.
But it
because
ain't what
we left it in the past.
It ain't what it was, like the top 10, you know what I mean, stuff like that.
Yeah, but you gotta think about it. Imagine if we did understand it. It's a music platform now.
Right.
So us being artists, you know, it would do well for us if people were on MySpace.
On MySpace, yeah.
Because back then it just was like, I picked my song, how I'm feeling. Right now, I have my album on blast.
Hell
you know,
yeah,
all my personality on there. I just felt like it was more personality on MySpace. Like, you really would go in, like, yeah, with MySpace.
So we got time for one more question. All right, so let's see. All right, I'm gonna ask that one. So, do you believe it's other lives on other planets? Do you believe in life in other planets?
I mean, I don't think they're there for no reason.
I
don't think that they're there for no reason. I don't want them coming for me. So I keep it out there. Keep it at that. You like she knows. Get her.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like,
it's just awkward for it to be
not like just there.
Us. Oh, it's just us.
Yeah. See, I'm on the same type time. Yeah, definitely.
I think it is.
Alright, so basically, what it is usually like we'll have like you remember Rap City? That's basically how the show is supposed to be. That's why he asked you was you getting on the mic.
Oh,
but yeah, you don't have to. It's not mandatory. But nah, we gonna finish up this interview. You already know it's your boy ZiggTheArtist. Got Just Frenchie in the building. Before we get out of here, you want to give them all your handles, like your social media, how to contact you, your album, everything that they can find your music and stuff.
Of course. Just Frenchie, JustFrenchie at Just Frenchie on. It's the same domain for everything, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everything. Just Frenchie.
Alright. That's it. Tune into the Music Lab Show. Of course, it's your boy ZiggTheArtist, man, and I'll catch y'all. Peace.
Good job, y'all.